Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Desire. In today's video we'll see how we can use Big World Map for UPSC. As we all are preparing for UPSC, mostly all of us have this poster size map, the big ones. So this particular map is 70 centimeters by 100 centimeter. It's a huge map. It's a laminated one. So here I'm using it as a whiteboard to learn things. If you don't have the laminated one, do not need to worry. You can simply use the paper map and you can just apply a plain transparent sheet above it so that it can act as a whiteboard marker. I have shown this method in my earlier video where I have shown how to use the big map of India for UPSC preparation. Link for that particular video is given in description box, so you guys can go there and check it out. In today's video, I'll show what all things I practice on this big map, which actually has helped me to learn things and remember places accurately, and this really helps me. So let's get started. We can begin with the very basic 0 degree, which is equator, and on top of it 23.5 north is Tropic of Cancer. So many questions are asked which of the countries are passing through these lines. Also the Tropic of Capricorn is important, 23.5 south. So it will be good that we draw these lines and try to remember the countries, and as the map is in front of us, so it will be easy to remember. And along with that, we can also see what are the countries which pass through Arctic and Antarctic circles. Prime meridian line is also very important, that which countries passes through it. Now I am simply practicing and drawing the line of the continents of the world. So this exercise helped me to remember the shape of the continents. So I practice it on this particular big map and also on the small maps. But this particular exercise also helps me to remember that from which country how many lines are passing. So for example, in Africa passes through all the three equator, Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn. Advantage of having a big map is we can draw, we can redraw, we can erase things, so it's very good to practice. But apart from practicing the whole world, we can also practice the small portions. For example, what I'm doing here is I'm practicing the physical features present in North America. Here I'm drawing the Rocky Mountains, so it's just the representative thing. So this exercise helps me to remember which are the physical features present over there, and I'm also highlighting what are the important seas are there, what are the oceans it surrounds. Also marking the Gulf of Mexico, Caribbean Sea, and marking the lakes, Great Lakes present in North America. Now marking out the Great Plains. Here I am marking Andes Mountain, the Amazon Basin. So here I am practicing the physical features for South America as well. What are the straits present over here, what are the oceans it surrounds. Apart from all this, we can also practice which of the portions are called Central America, which are the particular countries which are included in Latin America, which are the countries which are part of Central America. So all these questions can be part of prelims, so small facts but very important. We can practice it over here. Now I'll be marking out some of the important physical features of Africa. So here I am marking out Sahara Desert. It's a very prominent and important location over here. Marking Gulf of Guinea, Mediterranean Sea on north. It is also important and lot of questions can be formed, especially for prelims, that what all countries it surrounds. Red Sea is there. Then Gulf of Aden. So this is important area. Horn of Africa, most important, mostly a lot of current affair issues formed near this particular point. There are some straits, and also we can again practice what all the lines it passes through: Capricorn, Equator, Tropic of Cancer. There are a lot of important lakes which are present. Example, Lake Victoria is there, Lake Turkana is there, Lake Albert is there, Lake Chad is there. So we can mark all those things out and practice it. Most important, River Nile flows in Africa, so it's very important. Its location is very important. Now I will be marking out some of the important water bodies. So Black Sea is there, present near Europe. Beside is there is a Caspian Sea. Beside it, between Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, there is Aral Sea. Then Persian Gulf is very important. Next to it there is Gulf of Oman, and this particular area is also in news, in current affairs. Then there is South China Sea, it is also the current affair portion. Then East China Sea, then North Pacific Ocean, East Siberian Sea, then Laptev Sea. So these are the particular seas, and the seas of the Indian Ocean. This particular area, the Indonesia is there, the area near South China Sea. It's a very disputed area and also in news, in current affairs. The Philippines portion is over there. So all these areas we can practice it, we can keep on highlighting, so we can able to remember these things for very longer period of time. Now I will practice ocean current. So first of all I am drawing the equator, then the north equatorial current, it goes toward the Caribbean Sea, and then Gulf Stream, then it moves as North Atlantic drift towards the north. Some current also diverges due to the Atlantic ridge present in between, and after hitting few coast it turns out to be the Canary current. And now in the southern hemisphere, the south equatorial current is there, then the Brazilian current, and then it moves down as west wind drift, and it again turns out and come as Benguela current. In this ocean current cycle, in the northern hemisphere, a Sargasso Sea is formed, which is also very important phenomena. There are many different ocean currents are present, and we can practice all this on the map. So practicing it and keeping in front of our eyes will help us to remember it for a longer duration. Now I am marking out the points of International North-South Transport Corridor. So it goes from India to Bandar Abbas in Iran, and then to Azerbaijan, into Moscow, and then St. Petersburg in Russia. So connecting all these dots. So this particular route is North-South Transport Corridor, and now I am drawing out the standard route. So it was a very long route. This particular corridor was also in news for a very long time, so it's also very important for us. We all already saw what are the benefits of having the big map, but once again I would like to tell what are the benefits of using this big world map. First of all, it is always in front of your eyes, so whatever things are there, it is always there. So whenever you take a break from your learning and you just look at it, so it will be very easy for you to remember places. Second, the map as whiteboard, so it is laminated. We can practice a number of things on it. We can draw, redraw, we can erase things out, we can just practice, and we can always have a comparison that what are the things we are able to remember. Third, it is accurate and it have details, so whenever we are watching the current affairs video or reading the current affair magazine, we can also mark things out there which we need to draw it in the map or draw it in our notes, so it is a very quick point over there. Fourth, it's a fun learning. We can, whenever we are free, we take a study break. In between also we can just sit with our markers and we can try to draw things on top of it. We don't have to take some extra time out of our studies and practice it out. It's just the free time where we are doodling and learning things, so it is also very different from what we do. We write notes, so it's a different medium, and it is fun to learn things. If you guys like this video, then please give a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, then subscribe it and also press the bell icon to get the notification of the upcoming new video. Thanks everyone for watching this video.